How are you all? Good? Ready for two chapters today, 16 and 17?
Yes.
To understand why is Arjuna still having some question? What is Arjuna going to answer Krishna going to answer Arjuna's questions, isn't it? So before that, we will all start off with our prayers, and I'll be very happy if I am able to see all of your faces also. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Mr. Prabhupada ki jai. So let us all get into today's chapter number, 16 and 17. So we will also have a recap of what did we learn from chapter 15. So it was a very important chapter. Of course, every chapter in Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. But Purushottama Yoga was teaching us many things, isn't it? So what did we all learn from Purushottama Yoga, chapter number 15?
We are all amshas of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna.
Part and parcel of Krishna, good. Room, hotel, house, hotel, isn't it? Which is our permanent place, girls? House or hotel?
House.
House, isn't it? So, house, how are we going to reach that house? We saw this is just the reflection of a spiritual world. We have got attracted, like how small kids get attracted to the exhibition. This material opulences, we have seen all this, we have got attracted and we have come down to this material world. So we saw that this is the reflection. And what did we see? A person who is the knower of the banyan tree, the philosophy of banyan tree is the knower of all the Vedas, isn't it?
Vedas.
Yeah. So one point we all learned. What was that? That this material world that we are living is this just a reflection. It is not the truth, and there is no true happiness here. And where are we going to find our true happiness? Is our home, that is Goloka Vrindavana, that is Vaikunta, isn't it? And now, second thing, what did we learn? Detachment from illusion. Didn't we learn about we have so many desires, isn't it? We have so many attachments. Then how should we come out of those desires and attachments?
Taking Krishna's shelter and spiritual master.
Yeah, spiritual master. Only then Jaya and Vijaya will open the gates for us, isn't it? And then what did we learn? The third thing was that this is not our original home, that is our real home. And how do we return to back our true home? How is it possible to return back to our true home?
Devotional service and bona fide guru.
Bona fide guru and striving to reach, isn't it? We have devotional service, we have guru, but we should also have a desire of getting back to Krishna, isn't it? Isn't that very important, girls? And we also learned Krishna is the source of everything, isn't it? Krishna is the source of also our digestive system, isn't it? If Krishna is not there, we cannot even digest. Somehow Krishna is giving us food, he is giving us shelter, he is giving us everything. Finally, even in our stomach, if Krishna is not there, we cannot digest that food. So Krishna is the resource of everything. He is the pleasure potency of everything. And finally, what we learned? To attain back to the Goloka, go back to the Lord and never come back to this material world, what we have to do? Chant the holy name of the Lord, isn't it? So yesterday we learned so many things. And it was very beautiful that we learned many examples also about how it is a reflection of the spiritual world, how the material world is the reflection of the spiritual world. Today we are going to see two chapters, okay? Chapter number 17 and
16.
16 and 17, isn't it?
7.
So now in 16, why is even 16th chapter starting again, Mataji? Okay, until 15th, the Lord also told of who's Purushottama and how should we reach back to God. And what is that we are going to learn in this chapters by the blessings of Shri Radha Madan Mohan? Let's all start with this chapter. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by their blessings, it is get into a very important chapter. This is also one of the important chapter because until now, girls, we learned about what was the first 6 chapters called as, girls?
Karma Yoga.
First 6 chapters. And what was the second 6 chapters called as?
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga. Now we will be that we are seeing is Jnana Yoga. So now to perform this Bhakti Yoga, okay, Karma Yoga we came to know. So to perform Karma Yoga, we need to know Bhakti Yoga, isn't it? So if we know really we have Bhakti, who is God and all, we will be able to do Bhakti Yoga. So first 6 chapters we learned that, okay, what is Bhakti Yoga? The Lord taught us until 12th chapter. Now the Lord is teaching us Jnana, the intelligence and the knowledge for us to practice that Bhakti Yoga in this, towards the end of the sandwich. So now why? Yesterday we learned about Purushottama Yoga. Before that we learned about 3 modes of material nature. We learned about how important is to keep our mood and what is the highest mood, isn't it? We learned. Now we learned why we are learning chapter number 16 and 17 and even the prior chapters is because this Jnana Yoga is the intelligence to perform devotional service. So that we will be seeing here in every chapter. From chapter 13 we are seeing what is the intelligence to perform the devotional service. And now here we are going to see the difference between divine and demonic and what are demonic natures. Make a choice. So it's very simple. This chapter is only going to talk about 2 things mainly, divine and demonic, and it is our choice to take it. What are we going to take it? So it's a very simple chapter if we understand it in a right way. So anybody who wants to read this, there are 26 divine qualities, girls. Everybody has to read it, but one of you can read it loudly and others can read it by yourselves. Srilaya Maji, please read it out.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Bol.
26 divine qualities. Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivating spiritual wisdom, charity, self-control, performing self-sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all beings, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, freedom from envy, freedom from passion for honor.
Yeah. So the Lord is told these are the 26 divine qualities the Lord is telling. Okay, Mataji, until now we thought divine means okay being good, but 26 divine qualities, that means if we have these qualities, then we are not told to be a demon, we are told to be a devotee. So how can we have this 26 qualities? One quality only, it has become so difficult, Mataji, to get up early in the morning now. How can we even practice 26 qualities? That we will see in the next slide itself. Krishna is telling how easily you can follow all these 26 divine qualities. But slowly we will see. Maybe if I'm not able to explain all 26, but I'll try to explain the most important qualities that a devotee should have. The divine human should have this 26 qualities basically. So now if we see fearlessness, girls, whom do you all remember as soon as you think of fearlessness? Whom do you remember from our
Prahlad
scriptures?
Maharaj.
Prahlad Maharaj, isn't it? How beautiful girls you all are. We remember Prahlad Maharaj. Why we remember Prahlad Maharaj as soon as we think of fearlessness?
Because of Narasimha Swami.
Because of Narsinghadev. You see now, Prahlad Maharaj was given the most torture from Hiranyakashipu. He was sent into a place where there were complete snakes and he sent with his servants. He was punishing them. There were so many soldiers who were not giving food to Prahlad Maharaj. There were so many tortures that a young Prahlad, 7 years old Prahlad Maharaj went through. But Prahlad Maharaj was not fearful of any situation. He bought, Hiranyakashipu bought elephants, he bought snakes, he bought stones, he bought so many things to punish Prahlad Maharaj and make Prahlad Maharaj not to chant the holy names of the Lord. But what did Prahlad Maharaj do? he was fearless. If Prahlad Maharaj was fearful, that means he doesn't have faith on the Lord. See, this both is very connecting. This both are really very connecting. That faith, where you have faith, there we will not have fear. Where we don't have faith, there will the fear come. So Prahlad Maharaj, such great devotee, was so fearless. What happened at last? Hiranyakashipu was killed by Nrsimhadev. What did Hiranyakashipu tell? Your Lord is here, or your Lord is here, or your Lord is there. And when he tells you, is your Lord there? And Nrsimhadev jumps and comes in, kills Hiranyakashipu. So because Prahlad Maharaj's faith was not shaken, even if father bought snakes and so many things, not a second Prahlad Maharaj think, will I be protected? Will Nrsimhadev come for me? Will my Lord come for me and protect me? Not a second he doubted the Lord. Not a second he lost faith in the Lord. His fearlessness, the Lord came to protect him. So to be very great devotee, to have this divine quality, we should have fearlessness. If we are fearful, it is very difficult for us to reach God. When we become fearless, thinking that for everything the Lord will come and protect me, anything is happening, it is happening is because of His will, and anything is going to happen in the future also, it's because of His will. Why should I be fearful about my future, present, and past? It when we give it up, the fearfulness, that means we are growing trust in Lord. The more fear we give up, the more trust we are growing in the Lord. So how great devotee Prahlad Maharaj was. He was, you know, he was not at all fearful. And now you see here we have purifications of one's existence. How do we get purified, girls? By giving bath to our body.
By hearing.
We give bath to our body, but what is happening? Next second you come out of your bath, again you go take bath, again you clean your body. What is going to happen? Again there is a dirt going to come, isn't it? Is the dirt not is going to stop? Is it going to stop? How many times ever we bath, the dirt keeps coming. The more we clean, the dirt will keep coming. But purification in one's existence, that is, we have to be purified. How do we get purified? By feeding our soul, cultivating spiritual wisdom, charity. What kind of charity should be done? Now, there are great people who did great charities, but what kind? Now, we do charities, girls, but do we think the charity, for example, there are poor people, I am giving something to them. Okay, that has become charity. But are we giving that poor people charity for our good, isn't it? Some of them thinks, okay, I on my birthday, or example, that this day I go offer, give good clothes to them, good books to them, so that they will read. So we think that we give charity. What happens? They are also happy, and because I'm doing that good karma, I will also be happy. Their blessings will be there with me, isn't it? But what is the real charity that we have to do? The charity that we are doing, we have to just include Krishna in that. Oh, you're going to give food for people, give the food, very happy, but give that as prasadam. You are making a big container of food. Just what you have to do, take small and offer it to Krishna with tulsi leaf, and you add that, and everything is becoming prasadam. So the now that charity is also becoming Krishna consciousness. You're giving prasadam to each and every soul. You're giving books, give scriptural books like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, so that charity is having a meaning, because that charity also you're keeping Krishna in between, so that they are benefited, we are benefited, and we all are going back to the Lord. Self-control, how which is very important, we will be seeing in the upcoming slides. Performing sacrifices. This yoga performing sacrifices is very difficult. But the biggest sacrifice, the dharma that we learned, what is Kali Yuga dharma?
Chanting Hare Krishna.
Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, okay, we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Even apart from that, girls, I am telling we all are doing sacrifices. You know why? You all are very good girls, that you all have sacrificed this 1 hour of your time to hear about Krishna. We are sacrificing here. Most of us are doing Ekadashi. Yes, you all are sacrificing. Isn't it? No, Ekadashi in our house, on the Ekadashi day, will the grains will go off? No, grains will stay there only, but still we are sacrificing, because if I do something for Bhagwan, it is easy for me to reach Bhagwan. So we are sacrificing. Some of us do Nirjal Ekadashi. That day also we don't take water. It's not because we don't have water. It's because we have to keep our self-control. At the same time, we are doing sacrifice, that is sacrificing for the Lord, telling that I don't have any sense gratification with this material world. I only have gratification towards you, Krishna. I want to come back to you, Krishna. Study of Vedas. A person who does study of Vedas is told to be having divine qualities, like how you all are hearing to Vedas now. The biggest Veda, Bhagavad Gita. Austerity, simplicity. So simplicity, what is simplicity, girls? There is one word: simple living and high thinking. You know, girls, who's told to be the most richest or who's having the most Aishwarya among demigods? Among gods, demigods.
Paraswami,
Kuber.
All of you think it's Kuber.
Lakshmi,
Adi
Devi,
Lakshmi Devi.
Lakshmi Devi
Lakshmi
is
Devi.
the potency of that, who is going to make them rich. But I'm asking, who is rich?
Krishna himself.
No, we
And
are rich because we
it is
Acha
are
told,
demigod చెప్తారు.
it is
we are
told
rich
in
because we
Bhagavatam.
are praying to the God. We are hearing them, hearing Him, and
Who is that talking? Very beautiful, Suprata. I'm so
yeah,
happy to
Manusha.
hear it from you. Yeah, actually, in Bhagavatam, it is told Mahashiv, that Shiv, Lord Shiv, is told to be the most, Aishwarya. It is told that when anybody was passing by Kailash, they were able to see the mountains with, Vajra Vaiduryas. The place where Shiva used to go to take bath, that place used to called as, that place there where they walk, there were diamonds, Vajras and Vaiduryas there. So it was told that Kailash was having so much Vajra Vaidurya that they it was looking so divine, and it was looking, that place looked so rich. But how is Lord Shiva, girls? He applies vibhuti on his body. He puts Rudraksha in his neck. He has Ganga on his jatila. That simple he is. So simplicity. He's simple, but he's the greatest devotee of the Lord. Nobody can be the greatest devotee beyond Mahashiv. So, that simplicity we have to have. Non-violence. I will be talking about non-violence in the next slide, which is very, very important. Free from anger. And here it's truthfulness. For a truthfulness, I have a very great example of Srila Prabhupada, girls. All of you know Srila Prabhupada, isn't it? Who was the founder Acharya of our ISKCON. So now, actually, then Srila Prabhupada, in the earlier days, Srila Prabhupada, even before the ISKCON started and all this started, Srila Prabhupada, who was called as Abhaya Charan, his name was Abhaya Charan. So he had a pharmacy business, girls, in Calcutta. Okay, he had a pharmacy business, and everything that he was selling was so pure. And one day he, around all the pharmacies, around many shopkeepers around are able to attract many customers, but Srila Prabhupada is not able to attract many customers and make more money. Why? Because he is pure, and all other pharmacy people are cheating. They're using, very cheap medicine, which will, very be cheap, at the same time will be effective on the body also. They're using such things. So one day Prabhupada's partner, that is Abhay Charan, Prabhupada's partner, comes and asks that, see, around us there are so many pharmacies, everybody are doing the best business, they're getting the best money, why don't we also cheat and get money? So he asks like this, girls, the person, the partner of Srila Prabhupada asked like this. So Prabhupada firmly replied, he told, no, I cannot cheat people. If I cheat people, Krishna will be seeing. For people who are cheating customers, Krishna will take care of them, and Krishna will take care of me also. Let us stay honest. Prabhupada tells this. But later, after some days, this business actually fails, girls. Yes, but this business failed. But later, Prabhupada got the biggest wealth in this world. That is the mission of spreading the Krishna consciousness, mission of spreading Bhagavad Gita worldwide. Today we go to any place in this world, any country, you have ISKCON, you have people preaching, you have Bhagavad Gita. Every other country people also learn Bhagavad Gita today. So what do we learn here? Truthfulness, girls. Maybe we will have short-term losses. When we are truthful, we will have short-term losses, we will have difficulties, we will have many problems to face. But at the end, Krishna will protect us from everything if we are truthful. So if we have faced that situation, if there is a situation coming up that you cannot be truthful, make sure you're remembering Krishna, that he's watching us. If we are truthful, even at the difficult situation, Krishna will come and protect us. Being truthful is very, very important. It's one among the very, very important quality also. Freedom from anger. We have been discussing this, isn't it? Free from anger. Why should we even be free from anger? Renunciation, tranquility, compassion for all living beings. This we will see in the upcoming slides. Gentleness, modesty, steadiness, forgiveness. Yesterday we also saw about forgiveness, isn't it, girls? Cleanliness. Cleanliness also I'll talk here. Freedom from envy, freedom, passion, and honor. So now I'm talking about, we are been seeing this 26 qualities. Machaji, is it easy to have this 26 qualities? Mainly some qualities like tapasya, that is austerity. Is it going to be easy? The eighth one. First one I told, which was very, very important, was fearlessness. If we are fearless, Krishna is going to come and protect, like how the Lord protected us. Second is truthfulness, very, very important. Third thing is austerity. Why austerity is very, very important. If we take an example of great Dhruva Maharaj, girls, if you all know, Dhruva Maharaj was a prince of a very big kingdom. But when he wanted to climb on his father's lap and sit on the lap of father, his stepmother came and pushed Dhruva Maharaj away from the father. And she told that you are not born from my womb. You are not eligible to sit on my husband's lap. So she pushes away. So what happens with so much anger? Dhruva Maharaj goes away. He wanted seeing this kingdom. If this woman is so greedy that she has said this big kingdom, I will go to much more bigger kingdom than this. I want much more bigger kingdom than this. And Dhruva Maharaj leaves the place and he goes to forest. He starts performing tapasya for Lord Vishnu. So when he took this very seriously, first 1 month Dhruva Maharaj was surviving on eating fruits in the forest. Second month he was taking a water, and third night, it is like first 3 days he was taking fruits. Next 6 days he ate only grass and leaves, and next 9 days he only took water. And at the fourth month, girls, first, second, third month he only took 3 days, 6 days, and 9 days. And fourth month he even stopped eating. He only survived on breath. Great Dhruva Maharaj. Finally, Lord Vishnu appears, and we all already saw this past time, in the last chapter. When Lord Vishnu appears, what happened? He forgot about kingdom, he forgot about what all he wanted, but he surrendered on to Vishnu, telling, I need your blessings today. I'm very grateful that I've got your darshan. Where many, many yogis cannot get your darshan, I have got your darshan. So when he surrendered on to Mahavishnu, what happened? He got even bigger kingdom than anything in this world, and which is permanent kingdom in all the lokas today. It is called Dhruva Loka. It is permanent kingdom in all the universes today. So he got beyond. How? Because of his austerity, because of his steadiness, because of his, you know, that strong attachment of thappa, that is tapasya. So austerity is very, very important. In Kali Yuga also austerity is very easy. But how? We will see in the upcoming slides. And now I told you, one is fearlessness, second is truthfulness, third is austerity. Fourth one is cleanliness, where Srila Prabhupada talks about cleanliness. You see ISKCON temple, girls, everywhere you have seen ISKCON temple. Do you find ISKCON temple being dirty anywhere, girls? Srila Prabhupada has insisted that cleanliness is the highest duty of us. So once you remember, girls, if we get into a kitchen, just imagine if our kitchen is dirty, do we cook in the same place and eat our food?
No,
Or we clean it, girls?
we'll clean it.
Clean it. Then how can we keep even Krishna's kitchen, Radharani's kitchen? It is not even Krishna's kitchen. Radharani cooks in that kitchen. Can we keep Radharani's kitchen very dirty? So Srila Prabhupada tells, cleanliness is the highest platform for devotion. We should have cleanliness. So it is, there are so many rules and regulations also of cleanliness, but one major rules among them was, like, before you cook you have to wash your hands, put on gloves, and when we use restrooms, wash our legs and come out. And then when we are getting into the temple, wash our legs and get into the temple. And you should be stopped being lazy to keep our surroundings and our temple and our place and our home clean, we shouldn't be lazy, we should be very energetic when it comes to cleanliness. So, there's a very nice dog that a devotee asks, girls, I take bath twice a day. That means I'm very, very clean. No, that means I'm having a nice cleanliness. No. So, you know what Srila Prabhupada tells? He asks, what about your heart? Are you giving some cleanliness to your heart? It's not only external, internal cleanliness. Yes, we are giving internal cleanliness by giving Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but we should also give external cleanliness to our body. So, these are very, very important qualities, girls. All these qualities will get us closer to Krishna. How we can develop all these qualities? By chanting, hearing, serving with devotees, pastimes of the Lord. If we hear to all this, we will, somehow attain this. That is not difficult. But how we will attain this? But first, we have to understand what are these qualities. And now, I was just telling you, these are one is fearlessness, second is truthfulness, third is austerity, fourth is cleanliness, and fifth one here is about non-violence. So we will be talking about non-violence. Why is it divine quality here? So anybody who wants to read what are the four pillars of Dharma very loudly? Yes, Harshita Maths.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Truthfulness, Satyam, compassion, Daya, austerity, Tapa, cleanliness, Saucham.
Thank you so much. So now if we see, girls, here sense control it is talking about, and these are the main four regulative principles that we have to follow, girls. I'll tell you, no gambling. Now, as soon as remember gambling, I remember one great personality as soon as I remember about gambling. Whom do you all remember, girls?
Jadai Madai.
Jagai Madai, okay.
Duryodhana.
Yudhishthira Maharaj, isn't it?
Yudhishthira Maharaj.
Yudhishthira Maharaj. I also remember as soon as gambling comes, I remember the whole Pandavas and Kauravas. Why? Now everybody questions this, girls. See, Anta Yudhishthira, that big great Yudhishthira only gambled. Why can't I play gambling? In Kali Yuga, all of us question this. It's become so common in Kali Yuga that you put money, you play, and you get it, very happy. You don't get it, you again put money and you play. How bad is this? What happened to Yudhishthira Maharaj when he did this? He had finally had to give up on all the assets he had. He had to keep Draupadi in the Sabha for this gambling. At the same time, we all question Yudhishthira Maharaj for gambling. Yudhishthira Maharaj went for forest, isn't it? Yudhishthira Maharaj did vanvas for 14 years. Yudhishthira Maharaj had to go through so many difficulties. He was the king, but he was the first kid who had to become the king, but he had to stand in the Kurukshetra war. So we are questioning Yudhishthira Maharaj for gambling. But Yudhishthira Maharaj is you're doing all this. Are we able to at least, okay, I am gambling, but am I able to do the rest like Yudhishthira Maharaj, girls? So in Kali Yuga, see every Yuga, girls, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, as we have discussed it earlier, every Yuga has Dharma. As Satya Yuga, we have learned that what is Satya Yuga Dharma?
Tapas.
Yajnas.
Tapasya. Treta Yuga, it's Yagyas. In Dwapar Yuga, it's Archana. And in Kali Yuga, yesterday we learned that is Harinama Sankirtanam. That is chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now, every Yuga, it is told one pillar is falling. Among these are four Dharma pillars. In Satya Yuga, all four pillars were standing. When it come to Treta, only three. And when it came to Kali, only two. Dwapara, only two. And it is told in Kali Yuga, all these four pillars are sleeping. Why? Because Kali Yuga is not actually dharmic. If you see, at least if one pillar in Kali Yuga is standing, it would have been dharmic. But not even one pillar. All the four pillars, that is compassion, cleanliness, austerity, and truthfulness, all the pillars are sleeping. If all these pillars are sleeping, then how can we establish Dharma? How can we reach back to the Lord? If you see no gambling, that means truthfulness. If we gamble, we are not truthful, isn't it? We keep money, again it goes, again it comes, again it go, again you put money. So gambling, no gambling. We have to have control on gambling. No gambling. One pillar is already falling because everybody in Kali Yuga, it has become a game. That betting apps, today's world has become so technological that even we have betting apps also. So no gambling. which is making one pillar fall down, that is truthfulness. When it is coming to intoxications, what is happening? Intoxication means taking alcohol, smoking, taking drugs, all these are coming on intoxication, which is austerity. When we do intoxication, we will lose austerity. Again, the second pillar is falling in Kali Yuga, because in today's Yuga, everybody drink, enjoy. So two have already fallen, that is truthfulness and tapasya, that is truthfulness and austerity, have already fallen. Now coming to no illicit, no abusive sex, that is a sex which is outside the boundary line of the marriage, which is told to be that illicit sex. So today's world, that is also become common. Cleanliness is going off. Where are we clean? Externally we are not clean, internally we are not clean, we are cheating ourselves. So no abusive sex. Already one more is falling, cleanliness. No meat eating. So coming to the most important part, no meat eating, which is daya, that is compassion, which I didn't talk in the above place. Now, girls, everything is a part and parcel of the God. I tell you this. So it is told, anybody who is eating meat, do you all remember how unhealthy it is in today's world? The hens have been given steroids for the faster growth. They have given injections. There's so many things. And leave all this. From where is it coming from? Where this adharma is happening? From where this compassion is lost in one human? See now, what are we eating? If we are eating a non-veg, what are we eating? If we are eating a hen, aren't we eating its dead body? How many of you agree? Aren't we eating its dead body? Are you eating it alive, girls?
Yes.
Are we eating alive? You're eating the hen alive. No, isn't it? We are eating its dead body. Where should a dead body be? It should be samadhi, isn't it? Where should it go? It should go to samadhi. Is our stomach samadhi, girls, to give that hen into our stomach?
No.
How much aparadha we are committing when we are killing one animal? It is told in Sanskrit that when we kill an animal, Sanskrit, it is told is mamsaha. If we are killing mamsaha, that means if we are killing an animal, mamsa, we are eating its mamsa, we are eating its dead body. It is told in Sanskrit that mamsaha means I am telling the hen that every time I am killing and eating you, that means I am giving you permission. How many ever times you take birth, next you can kill me so many times and eat. And it is told, Mam Saha, you yourself you're giving this permission. You are killing that hen and telling that hen that because I am killing you, I am giving you permission. Next life or any other life, you can kill me any n number of times and eat. You are giving this permission and you are eating that hen. And remember, every little feather which comes out of the hen, we have to take so many bodies again. We have to come through it so many cycles again. And that hen will eat us so many times. That hen. That is why so many of you ask, Mataji, if we don't eat, how will the hen stop growing? There will be hen only all around the world. If we stop eating hen or goat or anything, only the animals will become more, humans will become less. If we are committing aparadha only, no, it is also taking another birth to come and kill us. We all are those hens, girls. One day we would have been killed. Again, we come as hens and we are, again, the other person is killing and eating. That is why hen population is growing, because each time you are eating an hen, we are giving a permission to it, telling that you can kill me. I am giving you that right once again. So, n number of births we have to take when we are killing an hen. Don't tell me, Majja, I am not killing hen and my, they get and keep it in front of me. I am not killing it. Aparad who causes, a person who gives injections to the hen, a person who brings them in the auto, a person who sells them, a slaughterhouse who cuts them, and a person who is getting it to the house, and a person who is cooking it, and a person who is eating it. Everybody, not one or two people, all these 7 generations of people are into the sinful activity, where we have lost daya, where we have lost compassion. You tell me, girls, when we see Discovery Channel, there is a tiger and there is a, there is a tiger and there is the deer running. So when we are seeing it, isn't we are having so much anxiety. I wish that the deer runs so fast, the tiger cannot come and catch that and eat. How many of us have experienced this anxiety when we are watching Discovery Channel? Most of us, isn't it? Hare Krishna, that hen, the deer should escape, the tiger shouldn't catch it. So we have so much anxiety, but we will keep the same deer in the plate and eat. Just we are changing the, hen, that's it, hen or goat. But the same tiger, what it is doing, we are also doing that. What is the difference being humans? So again, your compassion is gone, no daya in us. All the four pillars in Kali Yuga have fallen. When this four pillars raises, then in us the divine qualities will come up. And this four pillars, that is no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no abusive sex. Anybody who follows these four principles in their life are freed from this Maya, are freed from this material world, and they become much more closer to Krishna. And these are the most important rule everybody have to follow. That in this yoga, with chanting, we have to follow all these rules because it will help us to reach back to Krishna. Now, Mataji, you spoke about 26 divine qualities, Mataji. Now, it is very difficult for us to even understand them. And by the time I practice those 26 divine qualities, maybe I will become old, Mataji, because by the time I inculcate all those 26 qualities, I'll become old. So that is why Srila Prabhupada and Krishna has told, I know about your intelligence, so that is why I am giving you A, B, C, D. Girls, you all should remember this for life. A, B, and C, and D. Very, very important letters in one's life. Association of devotees. Vadini Maji, can please read it out.
A. Cultivating divine qualities. A. Association of devotees. Coming in contact with virtuous people prevents one from going on the path of evil. B. Books study. By studying the scriptures regularly, one can understand the purpose of life. C. Chanting the holy names. By chanting the holy names of the Lord continuously, sins are removed and the mind will come under our control. D. Diet, prasadam. The mind will be purified with clear thoughts and the senses will be controlled.
Very beautiful. Remember this ABCD for life, girls. We are freed from everything. This is my promise. A, which is telling about association, satsanga. If we are in the association of devotees, girls, no maya, no negative energy even can come to the reach of us. We become like with whom we associate. If I am associating, if I am associating with a killer, if that person is a killer, I will also become a killer. If that person is a gangster, I will also, because I'm his friend, I will also be a gangster. If my friend is a software, all of us are BTECians. If they are software, I'm also software. It is like with whatever association we are in, we change like that. You might think, no, Mataji, I am not so easily, I won't change. But at one point you will for sure change. Whatever association you are in, whatever situation you are in, you will change accordingly. So association in one's life is very, very, very important. So associating with devotees who has good qualities, who have faith in Lord, and who are enthusiastic to perform Krishna seva, we have to be in association with such people. And when we avoid these material associations, then we are free from sinful activities. Now, there is a great Narad Muni. All of us know he is very, very great. But what was the past life of Narad Muni? Is that Narad Muni was a son of a maid servant girl. He was a maid boy, maid servant's boy. And one day, I'm sorry, what happened?
Yeah, Mataji, he is born for a Dasi.
Yeah, he is born for a Dasi. So one day, a great group of devotees enters into the village where Narad Muni is there. So everybody enter, and where what Narad Muni is doing, where they enter and where they are doing Kirtanam, discussing Bhagavatam, discussing the pastimes of the Lord, Narad Muni is cleaning that place, bringing water, and also he is listening to the kathas they are discussing. And what happened? Just because Narad Muni heard the kathas that they were, discussing, just because he heard Harinam, he developed pure devotion to the God. He started chanting the holy name very, very sincerely. And once after Narad Muni's mother died, he completely started meditating on Krishna. And now, who is Narad Muni, girls? He is the greatest eternal transcendental sage. He is the greatest devotee. He is the eternal transcendental sage. For this lifetime or any lifetimes, nobody can meet the stage of Narad Muni. So how did even Narad Muni change? A little good association, one small association can change our lives forever and ever and ever. Forever means for any n number of lifetimes that we take. Second is books. That is by studying scriptures, that is reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all the scriptures. We are taking the association of Krishna through scriptures. Krishna is telling, I am the knower of all the Vedas and I am the compiler of Vedanta. Krishna is telling that. So we are having association of Krishna himself when we are reading his books. So the more we hear, the more we read the books of the scriptures, we are developing divine qualities like great king Parikshit Maharaj. What did great king Parikshit Maharaj do, girls? He was, when he knew that it is the last 7 days of his life, did he think I have to enjoy everything? No. Narad Muni went to, Parikshit Maharaj went and sat to and asked Sukdev Goswami to narrate the pastimes of the Lord, and that is how Srimad Bhagavatam was born. And at last he purified and he attained perfection, and Parikshit Maharaj went back to the Lord. So, A, don't forever remember association of devotees. B, books, reading scriptures. C, chanting the holy names of the Lord. We have seen the great example of Ajamil, if you all remember. Ajamil, he was the most sinful person, but just by at the time of his death, he chanted his son's name, Narayana. He went back to the God. So remember, chanting Hare, just Hare or Re is the most powerful in our life. Hare, or in full Krishna, even if you tell Kr, sure, na, that is also most powerful in our life. So A, B, and C, chanting the holy names of the Lord. We will go back. The Vishnu Dutas will come to pick us back, even if we chant the names of the Lord once in our life, even if we chant accidentally, like how Ajamil did. And now D, eating the prasadam which is offered to Krishna. We have been heard about this many times, which is purified. The more we eat Krishna prasad, the more we are purified because we are karma free. So remember all these girls, if you see a great devotee, Vidura, one day Vidura was having the prasadam of Krishna and Durvasa Muni enters that place. And when Durvasa Muni entered that place, Vidura offers the prasadam to Durvasa Muni and Durvasa Muni tells, what are you eating? Krishna Prasad. I will not eat Krishna Prasad. And Durvasa Muni goes to Vishnu Loka and he asks Mahavishnu, give me liberation. How can I attain the highest perfection, O Lord, in your service? The Lord Vishnu told, you already lost the chance when you rejected Vidura's prasadam, which was directly my prasadam. And Durvasa Muni comes down again and begs Vidura for prasadam and takes prasadam, and he changed his attitude. So prasadam is nothing ordinary. There is actually a very big katha of pastime of prasadam. How did even the prasadam name come up, and why prasadam became so important in our life? I will discuss this with you all in level 2, where it is a very great pastime of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai, and Parvati Devi. It is a very great pastime. I want to tell now, but there is no time. We will discuss in the level 2 program. Okay. So these 4 things, girls, A, B, C, D formula. In material world, we would have asked so many formulas. We would have asked our teachers, can we get a small formula, short formula, short formula? So remember, girls, for our life, this is the shortest formula. Maybe in our teachers, we don't know how many formulas they have given the shortest formula. Cheating us, telling it is shortest. But I am telling you, this is the shortest formula of our life. A, B, C, D. Just these formulas can get us away from this evil world. So, okay, demonic qualities. These are the demonic qualities what the Lord is talking about. The pride, arrogance, anger, harshness, ignorance, and coincidence. That is, we shouldn't have these qualities the Lord is talking about. These are the 6 demonic qualities. The collection of demonic natures. Anybody who can read it quickly, please?
No sense of what can be done and what cannot. Do not follow scriptures, selfish people, improper behavior, not truthful, no cleanliness, do not follow social ethics or morals.
Doesn't follow any social ethics or morals. These are the demonic qualities. So we will understand through the shlokas also. Anybody who wants to read this? Yes, Somya Maji, please read it out.
They believe that
that to gratify the sense is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, until the end of the life, their anxiety is immeasurable, bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger. They secure money by illegal means of sense gratification. Be wild. Should I read my?
Yes, yeah, please read.
Be wilder by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger. The demons become envious and of the prime personality of Godhead, who is situated in their own bodies and in the bodies of the others. The blamation against the religion, real religion.
Thank you. So once there, I will just give you an example, girls. Once there was a man who was very focused in earning money, girls, and his desire was for always being wealthy. And no matter what he's doing, he wants to be wealthy. He was not caring, is he doing adharmic work, or is he cheating people, or is he bribing people, or is it an ethic way? He was never bothered about it. And one day his friend comes and tells this, you've already so much money, but you want to still make money. But beyond money, you're making a big bag of sins. Why are you accumulating so much money which is not required for you? And what will you do? Will you take this money back when you at the time of your death? And he was telling you're accumulating a lot of bag of sins, and he ignored that. But one day, this man became so horrible that he couldn't get up from his place. If that money help, will that money help him? He went around so many hospitals, every place to give that money and make him all right. He was not able to get up from his place. He went throughout all the places, all the countries to get him treated, but nobody could treat his illness. Nobody could treat his illness, but he had so much of money. He couldn't treat his illness. And then he reminded of his friend telling this, see, we earned money that is sinful, that will never bring us happiness. The money that we earn should be ethical. The money that we should be earned should be dharmic. So what happened finally? Even he earned so much money, he couldn't utilize for his own health. So we should always remember, even in the sufferings, we shouldn't always open our eye that we shouldn't do any adharma, no sinful activities. Even if we don't eat, it's okay. Do not doing sinful activities, which will make us much more downer in this material world. For once, it will be okay. First time, it is going to be a okay. I didn't have money. I did this. Second time, it is going to be a habit. Third time is it's going to become permanent in our lives. So we should be very, very careful. So the first step in the treatment is diagnosis. Check if one has these thoughts and uproot them with the help of Krishna. So first step is we have to diagnose ourselves. Which qualities do I have? Do I have demon qualities or do I have divine qualities? So now I have to check these thoughts and uproot them with Krishna. That is, make more Krishna, divine qualities and get back to Krishna. Anybody who wants to read this? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Charvima ji, please read.
There are three gates.
There are three
And should
grades
give
leading
this up.
this hell: lust, anger, and greed.
But they lead
Every
to the
sane man
degradation
should
of
give
the
these
soul.
up, for they to lead the degradation of soul.
Yeah. See, there are three grades leading us to lust, anger, and greed. Every sin will give us degradation to our soul. What is that? What are the three gates here? Who wants to read this? What are the three gates?
Lust, anger, and greed.
Lust, anger, and greed.
Lust, anger, and greed. If we have lust, anger, and greed, we will become like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Duryodhana. If we have divine qualities, we will go back to Dhruva, Prahlad Maharaj, and Yudhishthira Maharaj. So, which qualities should we have, girls?
Divine qualities.
Divine qualities. So, what is the Lord telling? These three qualities will lead us to
Hell.
three qualities will
Hell.
lead us to hell. Yeah. Yeah. One should therefore understand what is the duty and what is not the duty by the regulations of scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So here, opportunities for everyone to choose. Here, the Lord is telling one should therefore understand what is duty, what is not our duty. How will we know? By referring to the scriptures and knowing all the rules and regulations, we will be elevated. So here, opportunities for everyone to choose. Activities that help in self-realization. Following the rules given in Shastras, escape the gates of hell, attain the supreme goal. Do not follow Shastras, act according to one's own will. Sorrow, no happiness, downfall. So which one we all want to choose, girls?
One.
One.
First
One, isn't it? We all want that one. So now if we see in Kali Yuga, now we are talking about divine and demonic qualities. As we discussed previously also, in Satya Yuga, divine and demon qualities were there in two different people. And when it came to Treta Yuga, it was between the same, it was two different planets. And in Treta Yuga, it came to same planet like Ramachandra and Ravana. And even in Dwapar Yuga, it was in the same family like Kauravas and Pandavas. But in Kali Yuga, the demonic qualities and the divine qualities both are there in us only, the Lord is telling. One time we are very good, sometimes we are purely evil. So which will make the more divine qualities we get, the more closer we are to Krishna. The more demonic qualities we get, we are killing ourselves from reaching Krishna. So what should we do in Kali Yuga, girls? Should we have divine qualities or demon qualities? And in Kali Yuga, if all of you remember, girls, in our temple there are two hands lifted like this, no? Two people standing in our temple next to Shri Radha Madan Mohan. Who are they, girls?
Gauranitai.
Gauranitai. So I was telling every yuga there is an avatar. In Nrsimhadev, Ramachandra, Krishna, and I told in we have Brahmadev cycle. We also told that one cycle means 4 yugas, and 74 cycles of this yugas is equals to one single day of Brahma. One day, not even night. One day of Brahma. We discussed this, isn't it? So I also told in some cycles the Dwapar Yuga comes first and Treta Yuga comes next. So every yuga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is taking his birth in this material world for annihilation of demons and protecting his devotees, isn't it? Nrsimhadev came, Lord Ramachandra came to kill Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and even who else came? Even Dwapar Yuga, Lord came Krishna to kill Shishupala, Dantavakra, to kill Kamsa, and even kill the whole dharma in this world, and to give us Bhagavad Gita, the Lord came in Kali Yuga. Now, in Kali Yuga, what is the appearance of Lord? Now, all of us tell Govinda Mataji. Yes, Lord Govinda, Lord Venkateshwara is also a Lord of Kali Yuga, but not in this cycle. He was in another cycle, girls. And Kalki, yes, he will come towards the end of the Kali Yuga. Why? When the more adharma increases, he will come to annihilate all the demons and protect the devotees. But in the starting of Kali Yuga, to give us bhakti, because Krishna thinks every yuga demons were in different people, I could give it to different, I could come and kill them off. But this time, if I have to take an avatar in Kali Yuga, I have to kill everybody. Nobody will be there, because the same person, sometimes they are demonic, the same person is becoming divine at the same time. So the Lord thinks like this, then I'll have to kill each and everybody. So the Lord thinks I will come in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Kali Yuga, and mainly this Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna comes in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gives us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The Lord tells us 10,000 years are the golden age. Who tells? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells this. I didn't tell you all this. Who tells this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells this. He tells us this 10,000 years are the golden age. And just by doing Hare Krishna Sankirtan, you will reach back to Krishna. All the demonic qualities will be removed. You will come back. Just by the holy name, you will all come back to me. And the Lord, the Lord is so concerned about us. He knows we are only demons, we are only devotees. So the Lord gave us this. So you do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will inculcate more devotee qualities, so that divine qualities, that you will come back to me. So we will in future learn more about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, girls. So now these are the activities. that will help us. So we are the one who can choose. We have all the rights to choose. Today's chapter, what we have learned: cultivate divine qualities, that is fearlessness, truthful, kind, progress, spiritual, avoiding demonic traits like pride, anger, and arrogance. Three grades to hell, that is lust, anger, and greed. It can destroy our soul. Follow scriptures, choose the right path. And this chapter is very, very small, girls. Another just 10 minutes we will be able to close this chapter. So in this chapter we are going to learn about principles, categories of faith, and conclusion. Maji, still there is one more chapter, no, 18th chapter. Why is this conclusion here? We will learn. One of you can please read it out.
Arjuna asked, O Krishna, what is the position of those who do not follow the scriptural injunctions but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in the mood of goodness, in the mood of passion, or in the mood of ignorance?
So here, what is the question asked by Arjuna? O Krishna, what is the position of those who do not follow the scriptural injunctions that you have told in the above chapter, the divine qualities, worship according to their own imagination? Are they in right mood of goodness, in the mood of passion, or in the mood of ignorance? So Arjuna is asking this question. So Lord is answering like this: O son of Bharata, one is according to the various modes of nature. He develops a certain trust. According to his qualities, he is said to have a certain faith. I will tell you one very, very, very funny story, girls. Okay. For me, I found it very funny because one day, there is a tradition happening. There is a marriage happening in the house, girls. Okay. So that marriage happens very beautifully. So that marriage happens very beautifully. And then when the bride has to enter the groom's family, that is, she is coming into the in-laws family for the first time. So what happens? She has come for the in-laws family for the first time. And what happens is that she's going to enter. They're going to give Harti and she's going to enter. And the mother-in-law spots a cat there. So what is actually cat spotted for? They tell usually people have created that cat is a something that we are not supposed to see before we have some good things, before we do some good things. So what happens similarly? What happens? This mother-in-law thinks, oh, my daughter-in-law is getting into the house for the first time. If she sees the cat, what is going to happen? So what happens? She calls the maid servant and she asks to cover that cat, girls. Okay, now what happens? This daughter-in-law is seeing all this, what her mother-in-law is doing. Very well, they enter, the whole Harti went on nice, the family, it was very nice. And one day, the woman who entered as a daughter-in-law, also was getting married to her son. She again is getting married her son. Now she also has a daughter-in-law getting married. Now, when this daughter-in-law is getting married, she thinks, oh, when I was entering the house, my attaya, she bought a cat and she made them to cover a cat with one big gampa, that is one big, sag of things. She made it cover. Okay, now my son is also getting married. That means I am also getting a daughter-in-law. Okay, let me bring the cat. In between the cat, I will close that thing. So she tells, when the daughter-in-law is entering, she brings a cat. She brings that one pot that can close the cat. And now she enters. Now the daughter-in-law enters now. So now this has become a tradition for their family. Now the daughter-in-law asks, why are you doing like this, Attamma? Why did you bring the cat? Why did you close it? And she tells, this is my tradition, ma. My mother-in-law did this when I was entering into this house. So this is the tradition. That is why I am also doing this. She didn't define why, what, and all. And later, this daughter-in-law who came also had a son. Now that grandson is getting married. When this grandson is getting married, please stay unmuted. Please stay unmuted. When this grandson is getting married, this grandmother tells that, this grandmother tells his mother tells. So in your marriage, there should be a cat, and you should cover the cat only, then get married to the girl. So what happens? Leaving the whole marriage system, that fellow runs to get a cat and bring that a pot to cover him. So what he does, he goes, gets the cat in pot and he closes, and then he gets married to the, that girl. So now what have we learned here, girls? What was the real purpose of for the first daughter-in-law when she was entering? What was the real purpose of covering the cat? Because it is Arishta, isn't it? We are not supposed to see that when her daughter-in-law is entering. But what it has become now? It has become a family tradition. Isn't it? It has become a family tradition, which is actually not even a ritual. Blindly following that are we are in also. Sometimes we are blindly worshipping things. Sometimes we are blindly telling this is there in Shastras, that is there in Shastras. Somebody will come and tell, నువ్వు ఎందుకమ్మా ఇలా చేస్తున్నావు ఇది ఎక్కడన్నా రాసిందా అని. If they read only, no, they will know if it is written in the scriptures or no. They read only, they will know. And they should read the right scripture, they will know. So we should be very careful of doing the right thing and the wrong thing. Just not blindly following something. Following the right tradition, following the right scripture is very, very important. It is not like, we are just like how they close the cat, it becomes a tradition. It shouldn't become like that. We should preach the right tradition. We should preach the right scripture. So we shouldn't be so blind in our bhakti also. It will become meaningless. We should be very talented when we are doing bhakti. We should understand what is dharma, what is adharma. So here, if we see Vibhishana, Ravana, and Kumbhakarna very beautifully, we are able to see. Even before this, what happens is, girls, Vibhishana is told to be a very great devotee of the Lord, isn't it? Actually, in the whole Lankapuri, when Hanuman went to, actually, this discussion comes in between Narada and Hanuman. Okay, Narad Muni is asking, see, I don't think so. You are having a nice guna, Hanuman. How could you even put the fire to all the houses? This is not right, Hanuman, he tells. You know what Hanuman replies? Hanuman replies telling that, I didn't burn off all the, I burnt only adharmic houses. I didn't burn any dharmic houses. And Narad Muni was like, how didn't you burn dharmic houses? What is the proof? And Hanuman tells that, there is a very great devotee called Vibhishana. Every place of his house is written Ram, 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 Ram. Every nook and corner house of the written is Ram. And because he always chants the glories of the name Ram, 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 so if that place has become so auspicious, I didn't burn that place, and I didn't burn Ashoka Vatika where Mother Sita is there. She is also telling Ram, Ram, Ram always. So Hanuman told, where dharma is there, that will not be burned. Where adharma is there, there it will be burned. And here, if we see, we are able to three things, girls: Kumbhakarna, Ravana, and Ramachandra. So if we see, sorry, Vibhishana. So if we see, we can compare these three modes of nature that we have learned in past chapters. That is, Vibhishana in the mode of sattva guna, that is mode of goodness. Ravana in the mode of ignorance, and Kumbhakarna in the mode of Ravana in the mode of passion, and Kumbhakarna in the mode of ignorance. Kumbhakarna in the mode of tamo guna. Ravana in the mode of rajo guna. So if we see Vibhishana, girls, even he was born in an adharmic family, because he was bodily attached to Lord Ramachandra, because he constantly chanted the name of the holy name of the Lord. So what happened? He wasn't killed. And at the same time, he was in the mode of goodness. So Vibhishana here is trying to get into Suddha Shattva Guna by helping Lord Ramachandra, that is pure goodness. And if we see Ravana here, is intensely greedy. He has so much money, he has so many wives, he still wanted Mother Sita. So much greedy. And he was such a person who knew all the Vedas, but because of his selfishness, because of his sense gratification, all the knowledge he had was misutilized, because he was obsessed over different things. So desiring everything, that this is for me, this is for me, that is for me. So he was in the mode of passion where he lost everything, including his life. And when we see Kumbhakarna, always eat, sleep, 6 months he will sleep, 6 months he is awake, 6 months he is eating, 6 months he is sleeping. He is in the mode of laziness and ignorance. So anybody who eats excessively, sleeps excessively, is told to be having the demonic qualities also. We should eat the content that we require. We should also sleep as much as the sleep is required. In this generation, it's become very common. We don't know when we sleep, when we don't get up. But to even have divine quality, we should be aware of sleeping and waking up time. So here Kumbhakarna is in ignorance. So he fighted again. What happened? Because he was in ignorance, he supported the Rajoguna, that is Ravana, and he fought for Ravana against the Lord Ramachandra. What happened? Finally, Kumbhakarna also was killed. So now, what is that we learned, girls? That in this three gunas, which is the highest guna? Shuddha Sattva Guna, that is beyond Rajo, Tamu and Rajo Guna. Rajo, Tamu and Sattva Guna, the beyond everything is Shuddha Sattva Guna. Now imagine girls, there is a bright light coming inside my room. Now everything is white, the light is white. Now if I bring a different colored paper, if I bring green color, purple color, pink color paper, what is going to happen? The light is going to change accordingly. If I go get the paper and put it for the light in my room is going to change accordingly. So green paper is like the mode of goodness. The light is still visible, slightly altered. It is not going to completely make it green. If I bring a red paper and put it, is going to completely make my room reddish and dim, which is not pure. And if I bring black paper and put, I cannot see anything. The whole light is blocked. So what is the lesson here? Naturally, the tube light is Shuddha Sattva, but we are covered by these modes of the material nature. So Shuddha Sattva is there inside us. To unhide all those, we should remove the black paper, we should remove the red paper, we should remove the green paper. When we remove all this, we will attain the pure devotion, that is Shuddha Sattva. That is, we will go back to Krishna. There is no karma, that we will not come back to this material world. So that level is Shuddha Sattva Guna, girls. So the Shuddha Sattva Guna inside us, it's like a tube light. So here if you see, faith worship in three modes, that is goodness, passion and ignorance, demigods, demons, ghosts and spirits. Whom should we worship? If I am in the mode of that is the sattvic, if I worship demigods, like how Hiranyakashipu was worshipping Brahma, but finally he was killed by Krishna, isn't it? So worshipping demigods gives us temporary results. I am worshipping demigods. I will go back to their planets, girls. I will go back to their planets. But again, until when? Until that good karma bag is there. Once that good karma is getting minus, 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 I will again come back to this world. Only place where I cannot come back is where I can reach Vaikuntadam. Until then, if I worship demigods, we will be roaming here only. I will go to that demigod's planet. For example, if it's Indra Loka, I worship Indra, I will go to Indra, but it's only for some time. It's not permanent. There I'll enjoy. But again, I'll come back to this material world to suffer. So we should be very mindful of what we are doing, whom we are worshipping. So worship in today's world, it has become very common, isn't it? They worship politicians, the movie stars, they have statues in the roads now. I don't know what cause they leave this. They leave and nothing is there. If that person is left, nothing is there actually here. But still, people worship the celebrities. People worship them. But what are they? Are they going to go back to Krishna if we worship them? Yes, we can praise them for their duties that they have done. It is their duty. A politician duty is to stand on dharma and protect everybody. A celebrity duty is to cheer up everybody and give them some entertainment. But doesn't mean you worship them and you give up their lives for them, isn't it? So we should be mindful of whom are we worshiping. Coming to demons and ghosts, if we worship demons and ghosts, we will all go for to Patala Loka, that is passion and ignorance. So whom should we worship here? We have to worship Krishna, that we will never come back to this eternal. We will never come back to this material world. The topmost worship is Krishna's worship. The food in three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So these are the three types of food that we are supposed to consume: wholesome, juicy, pleasing. That results are longevity, purifying, strength, disease-free, and happiness. Passion is bitter, sour, hot, pungent, burning. Distress, misery, disease. Passion is ignorance, tasteless, decomposed, untouchable. Infection, disease, contaminating, and early health. Then what should we take, Mataji? That is, best is Shuddha Sattva. That is, the best food among, even beyond these three modes of material nature, is which is offered to Sri Hari. If anything that we offer to Sri Hari and take, it is the best food that ever we can eat. So actually, there is a nice example if we can discuss, that is There is a king, girls. Okay, there was a king, and there is a very great sage who comes inside the king's mansion. So once he enters, now this great king thinks, oh, this person, no, he's Muni. Maybe he will not get so much food outside, because he has to beg for alms. Since he has come, this great Muni has come to my house. Let me give him lot of food stuff so that he will be eat and he'll be happy. So what happened? Whatever foodstuffs were offered by the king, this Brahmana had everything. And that night he sleeps in the mansion of the king. And he gets this durbuddhi. He sees a very beautiful necklace hanging near the door. And he gets this durbuddhi of taking that necklace and running away. And he runs away taking that necklace, and he will have vomiting, stomach pain, everything this Muni will have. He will think, because I have, taken this necklace, which is mistake, which is theft I have did. I have to better go return it so that I'll be freed from this vomiting motions, everything. So he comes and tells the king, I am the one who robbed this necklace. Please take this. And the king tells, I don't believe you have robbed this necklace. And you know what that Brahmana tells? It is because of the food that you gave me. Your food is having so much tamo and rajo gunas and sattva, gunas, that it made me to even do the theft. I was a sage from ages, but just because the food that I had is making my intelligence. So it is very, very important to understand what food we are consuming. If we are consuming some tamogunic food, that tamogun activities will be more elevated in us. If I'm taking rajogun food, that rajogun nas will be more elevated. If I'm taking sattvagun food, it will be more elevated. And shuddha sattva, offering it to the Lord, making that food karma free and eating, will elevate me to the Lord directly. So it's very, very important on to decide what we eat, girls, because it is very important that guna in us will be elevated. And here it comes, sacrifices in three modes: goodness as per scripture, as a matter of duty, no reward; passion for some material benefits; ignorance conducted without directions of scriptures, distribution of prasadam, chanting of Vedic hymns, of priests. Sacrifices in three modes. So now the Lord is talking about the sacrifices here, the three different types of sacrifices which happen. That is goodness, which are happening as per the scriptures, no matter what duty or reward they are, whatever it is. But passion is the material benefits they're asking for. So what is it finally? If we just discussed a very beautiful pastime like how Narad Muni and Hanuman had an exchange of, you are a very great person, but he tells, you are very great devotee of Lord Ramachandra, Hanuma, but why could you do this? Why did you even torture so many innocent creatures? And Hanuman tells, I didn't torture any innocent creatures. I didn't burn away any innocent creature's house. Every house which has chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which has chanted the names of the Lord, as I have protected, including Ashoka Vatika and Vibhishana's house. I have not burned the place where there is holy name. So Hanuman burnt Ravana's Lanka, which is like called as Varna Lanka, but he couldn't burn Vibhishana's house, which is very simply made of stones. That means how Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the biggest sacrifice for us, which is given in scriptures. In Kali Yuga, which is the biggest sacrifice, it is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if we think in Treta Yuga, Ashwamedha Yagya and different yagyas were done. But beyond Ashwamedha Yagya, it is told it is 100 times more powerful than Ashwamedha Yagya, the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we should be careful. We shouldn't be Ravanas. We should be Hanumans. If you see here, conduct in three modes: respect or worship as duty, respect or selfish motives, desire for self glorification, ignorance, self torture to get power to destroy others. So, conduct is in three modes here, they are telling, that is, respect or worship others' duty. And what is there in passion here, girls? What is there in passion? What we are all right now in? What are we doing? One of you read it out.
Respect for selfish motive, is that for self-glorification?
Isn't it? Respect for self glorification, desiring for it, isn't it? And what is ignorance?
Self-torture to get power to destroy others.
Self torture to get power to destroy others. See, respect or worship is our duty. We should be in the mood of the sattva gun, that is we should worship the Lord. What is our duty is to get back to Krishna. But what are we all always under? Having selfish motives. What will we do? How can I hurt that person? How am I great? Self glorification. I am very great. Today I am giving class for so many people. I am very great. When we are in this mood of passion, I am great, and ignorance, that is destroying ourselves, will not lead us to Krishna Prema. What will lead us to Krishna Prema is worshipping the name of the Lord by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Charity in three modes. We just discussed about the charity in the starting, if you remember. Doing it out of duty with no expectations, subtle place or time. Charity to qualified person. Passion, anticipating return, doing for the sake of enjoyment, doing it unwillingly. Ignorance, impure place, inappropriate time, charity to unqualified persons. So here charity also plays a very important role, as we discussed. Yes, we can do charity, but that charity, we shouldn't expect anything. If I do charity, I will get something. No, if we do charity, we shouldn't expect anything. And that charity, this goodness, we might not expect anything, isn't it? Doing out of duty with no expectations. Yes, we are not doing without expectations, Mataji. But even that charity must be purified means that charity also must be included Krishna in that. How we will include Krishna in that charity also, as we, that is Shuddha Sattva Guna that we discussed. You are giving food for everybody, give prasadam to everybody. You are giving clothes to everybody, offer it to the Lord and give clothes to everybody. You are giving some books to everybody, give scriptural books where they will understand and they will follow the life as in a dharmic way, in the dharmic path. So this charity, this three, above these three, sattva gun charity, that is doing with lot of keeping Krishna in between and doing that charity. Aspects of life. The best charity is to devoted to Krishna conscious activities. So beautifully, you see, you do charity, but keep Krishna in between that. You're doing charity, you can do it. Donation as in the temple. Okay, not in donation to temple, there poor people, feed prasadam for them. So do any charity, but to be devoted into Krishna's activities. That should be devoted in Krishna's activities. Realization, we are the sum total of the choices we make. We can make our choices. Everything is in our hand. We tell to our parents, isn't it, girls? Don't I have freedom to take my own choice? Every time you people come and interfere in my life, we question. So that means we have to write. We have that right of making choice because we only question them. I have my choice to, make my choices. So the Lord is also telling, yes, you only have that right to make your choices. Now, after understanding all this, it is up to you now. Are you going to take the path of Suddha Sattva Guna or going to the path of ignorance and the three modes of material nature? It is your choice. Are we going to cultivate divine qualities or demonic qualities? It is our choice. Anybody who wants to read this?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, and in Dwapara Yuga by serving the Lord's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As we have discussed this many times, in Kali Yuga, it is just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Anybody who wants to read this slide?
Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear personified.
Great stories like Ajamil, great devotees stories we have seen throughout the chapter 16 and 17. So the Lord is telling, entangled in this birth at the time of death, if you remember me. If you even unconsciously chant Krishna's name, he will protect you. You call Krishna with anger, he will come. You call Krishna with love, he will come. You call Krishna with distress, he will come. But what Krishna is telling, ultimate goal is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and remembering me at the time of death. And fearlessness. If we have faith, we will never have fear. So we should be very, very careful. So what should we do? Make Hare Krishna Mahamantra our lifeline. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in Supreme, O son of Pritha, is impermanent. It is called asta and is useless both in this life or next life. So Lord is telling, this life, if you do charity, you have so many lakhs, but so much charity we have done. But without faith in Supreme, if we do any charity, it is impermanent. It is going to be useless, the Lord is telling. So what did we learn in today's chapter, girls? Faith shapes destiny. Faith is very, very important. Aligns us, good nature, uplifts us in our passion and puts us our passion and ignorance behind. Food affects consciousness. We learned that, isn't it? How even a great Muni, by eating Rajogun food, he became a thief. So food affects our consciousness. So what is the highest food? Is it sattva? Is it sattva, it's rajo, or it's tamo? Not. Beyond that, it is shuddha sattva food, that is which is offered to the Lord. Sacrifice must be selfless. So any charity that we are doing should be selfless, not for material gain or pride. Today, if I'm donating something in the temple, we should be so humble and thankful for the Lord to give us so much energy, money, that we are able to donate. Remember, even that money that we get to do charity is given by Krishna. So we should accept that sacrifice is done for Krishna, not for material gain. Today I have done charity. Okay, I will be blessed. I will be blessed. Everybody will bless me. I will be happy. No, I have done charity. So they are also getting Krishna Bhakti. They had Krishna Prasadam. They are also getting Krishna Bhakti. Speech reflects character. We learned, right? Speak truthfully. Speak only truth. Kindly and beneficially. Avoid gossips and harmful words. Charity purifies the heart. Give selfless at the right time and right place. Worthy at the worthy place. That will keep us pure and get back us to Krishna. What is for tomorrow? The last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the ultimate path, the 5 factors of action, the 3 types of happiness, Krishna's final message to us in Bhagavad Gita, the secret of complete success. So, Mataji, until now we have seen so much, and tomorrow the Lord is going to give us the final message out of everything, and which is the highest platform of devotion, the Lord is going to tell us in tomorrow's chapter. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you so much, girls. Any questions, doubts you all can ask, or how was the chapter? You all can still give the feedback about the chapter. What was the most favorite point of the chapter for all of you? Okay, we have Srila Machi. Yes, Prabhupada said we are what we consume. Yes. Machi, giving money to people who are begging in the temple is right. Just check their age and circumstances. If they can get up, they can earn, then we shouldn't encourage such people. By giving money, we are making them lazy. We are going to make them to the mood of ignorance. We are the people who will lead them to the mood of ignorance. No, we have to lead them to the mood of passion at least. So we should be very careful when we are donating things. That is what the Lord is telling here. Mataji, while chanting, I am distracted. How should I get rid out of it? Right now, you're chanting, chant. Out of you, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is coming. If you're getting distracted, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you chant loudly, your ears will hear. And make sure, okay, you start thinking, okay, Nenasal Hare Krishna Mahamantra, am I chanting correctly? So Hare Krishna Mahamantra has so many Haris, so many Krishnas, so many Ramas. Am I chanting everything? So when you start testing yourselves when you're chanting, you will not, your mind will stop wandering. So chant loudly where you are also getting benefited, and every living organism around you is also getting benefited. Today we are discussing here, we don't know in this place how many bacteria are there, how many mosquitoes are there. By just telling the Lord's name, everybody here are hearing, they will get a better life. So when you're chanting, chant loudly and try to hear what you're chanting. Then most of the times your brain will be distracted, but slow practice, you will get to do it. Hare Krishna. Okay. Bhavya Shri Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. The situation of HCU land is in struggle and animals like deers, peacocks, etc. are in problem because in the name of development, that area is becoming deforestation. Today, let's pray for the animals and trees. So all of you unmute and pray, girls, that we should all pray that each and every animal should be protected and the environment also should be protected, because of which all of us are at least now comfortably living. In future, we don't know how the future generations are going to be because of all these destructions happening, which are made by us only. So let us all chant Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare.
Hare.
so let us all include this in our prayers every day for giving the protection for all the living entities by the Lord. The Lord will take care of it. Thank you so much, Bhavya Shri Mataji, for reminding it. Vanilla Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Why shouldn't we eat garlic and ginger? We can eat ginger. Not at all a problem. We are not supposed to eat onion and garlic. I've told the specific reason why we are not supposed to eat onion and garlic also is because onion and garlic have taken birth from the Rakshas's blood. And just because they have Amrita, a little bit of Amrita in that blood. Why? When he was taking Amrita, his neck was cut off by the Lord Sudarshan Chakra. So that little Amrita gives the Aushadha gunas in the onion and garlic. But at the same time, because they are from Rakshasas, they will have Rakshasa guna also. So we are not supposed to eat onion and garlic. We have discussed about this in the last chapters. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for wonderful session. Thank you so much, Vandana Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shivangi Mataji, you regarded Narada as the great saint, but he is often found to be gossiping, chit-chatting, spreading rumors, spreading news in different lokas and among demons. No. This Narada, which is shown in TV, is telecasted in, all these TV shows and serials, is not actual Narada. Narada is a very, very, very great sage. We cannot even become the dust of his lotus feet. He is such great sage. He is not the person who gossips. It is shown in the TV shows like this. Narad Muni isn't like Sakshi. Mataji, you said eating meat is not good, but in our house we sacrifice goat or hen to goddess Durga. Then what we should do, Mataji? You have sacrificed it for Durga. Leave it. Then why are we eating? Just now it is because you're sacrificing. Why should you eat it? You sacrificed it for the Lord. Why should you eat it? Isn't it? It is a sacrifice. Any sacrifice you do, you will not get it back, right? The sacrifice will go away. You have sacrificed it. Why should we even eat it? And this sacrifice, which is told to be in, near Durgas and different devatas, that is happening. Maybe in some scriptures, yes, it is told that we have to sacrifice, but it is not told for our sense pleasures. In our olden days, the sacrifices were done for the sake of good society, for different reasons. Like our in the older generations, it is told why they have started this sacrifice process is because then there were no rains. Sometimes there were no people, they didn't even have food, so they were eating. Actually those days, if you tell Mataji, our parents used to eat non-veg and all. They are all, they know more dharma, no Mataji, then it is more dharmic. But actually then it is told we are having so much vegetarian food, we are getting so many grains. How are we getting that grains? Because of today's machines that we are having. Today we have so many machines to grow crops and to harvest them and to get it until our hand. But then there were no machines, so people used to eat those animals once in a year or twice in a year. It was not a regular habit for them. So then the sacrifices were made for the good of the society. But what are we making the sacrifices now? Aren't we making for our own sense gratification? The bound Alina family know what not. You desire for something that I should get so much money. If we get so much money, today sacrifices are happening. What for that sacrifices? The sacrifices in scriptures, it is told for the good of society, not for the good of a single family. The whole thing should be, sacrificed. Did I answer your question, Shakshi Mataji? Shilaya Mataji. Mataji, there are saying our brain is always searching for the threats, and that's why we will be so cautious in that situation and we will also react. It means we are afraid of it. I'm actually Fear for small things, Maji. Sound anonymous person. Be afraid for the sudden things happens. I'll be afraid. Please tell a realistic answer how to be fearless. I know Krishna is always protecting, but no, Mataji, we fear will come automatically. Yes, we are in Kali Yuga. We should be very aware of our circumstances. Mainly, we are girls. Because we all are girls, we should be much more concentrating on our solution surroundings. We should be much more aware of our surroundings, what is happening, who is watching us, is the right thing happening around us. It is very very important. And what is fear? What is the difference between the fear I spoke? Fear and bhakti we shouldn't have. Faith on the Lord should be there. At the same time, even in material world, we shouldn't have fear about our future. But at present, there is some anonymous person coming or something is happening around us. Yes, we have to be cautious. We have to call out for the policemen. We have law. We have so many things. We have our parents. We have to call out for them. Where should we be fearless about? Thinking about my future. What will be happening to my future? Krishna has already decided our future. We shouldn't be fearful about our future. Krishna has already decided. We shouldn't be fearful of our present situation. What is going to happen? Will I, if I don't, if I come out of this company, what is going to be? That's already decided by Krishna. So we shouldn't be fearful of the circumstances that will happen or happening. We shouldn't be fearless there. We shouldn't be fearless. But where we should be fearful, that is, we should be cautious. We should be cautious there, because we are living in Kali Yuga where there is no dharma at all. We saw all the four pillars of dharma are sleeping. So as women, we should be very very cautious. So we have law, we have so many people around us who can help us. So we should be cautious around our surroundings. We should be cautious about things. Yes, if we are fearful, we are not fearful, no. Now, why we need to take an example of Prahlad Maharaj? Prahlad Maharaj's father Hiranyakashipu was coming. His own father was giving him so much torture, but he wasn't fearful because the Lord will come and protect. Where was he? What was that circumstances? The own father was punishing the son. But Kali Yuga, it is not like that. He was not fearful. He had faith in Lord that he will come and protect. He was not fearful. But Kali Yuga, we have laws. We have so many things around us. We have so much technology, intelligence, and we should be very mindful of our surroundings in Kali Yuga. And we are mainly girls. We should be very, very careful about our surroundings. So we should be cautious. Yes, Srilaya Mataji. So you should be very careful when there are some sudden things happening. We should have faith on the Lord. How? Yes, if I do this thing, maybe this way Krishna will come and protect us. So we should have faith on the Lord. At the same time, we should be cautious and take the right decisions at right time. Vardhini Maji. Hare Krishna Maji, how will engage and manage our day in Krishna consciousness Maji, as we are going to schools and offices Maji. When we are chanting in school bus offices at the time, it's not attentive chanting. Yes, it might not be attentive chanting, but you're still chanting. That means you're taking one step towards the Lord. So one day, if slowly, the Lord will give you the intelligence to make the schedule, which time you have to get up, which time you have to chant, which time you have to cook for your kids, which time you have to go to office. We will learn everything. So it is a slow process. Pray to the Lord. You're chanting now, chant regularly. However it might be. Don't think whether am I doing attentive chanting or I am not doing attentive chanting. Mainly your chanting, that is important. But yes, attentive chanting is also important. But slowly you will progress, Mataji. Slowly you can make a schedule which time you have to get up, so that your chanting gets over, your cooking gets over, you'll go to schools and offices and get back. Anywhere you're chanting is important. Completing your number of rounds that you have promised is important. But slowly, when we start chanting, the Lord will give us that intelligence. How can we become more determined in chanting? Okay. So try chanting early in the morning, at least 1-2 rounds before you leave the office, Mataji.
Okay,
Soundarya
Mother.
Mataji,
Thank you,
Hare
Mother.
Krishna Mataji. One of my friend's son is suffering from frequent fits. His name is Charvik, 6 years old. Please pray for him. So let us all pray for Charvik that he has to come out of this situation as early as possible. And may Shri Shri Nrsingadev bless him and protect him from this situation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thank you so much, Soundarya Mataji. I will include him in my prayers regularly from today. Biju Mataji. Mataji, tomorrow is our last class. Can we have more classes, Mataji? That secret I'm going to tell you tomorrow about level 2. What are we going to have in level 2? And of course, it is not going to be 18 days, girls. That though I will miss very much with all of you all. The level 2 also, I will announce tomorrow that how many days it is going to be and how when we will be meeting. But tomorrow is the last day. So soon, the 18 days have come forward so quickly, isn't it? Nishchita Mataji. But tomorrow we will discuss about our level 2 program and what we will be learning in level 2 program. Yeah, we will also be connected forever. As the Lord told, try to stay connected, means to stay connected. Let us all search for the means to stay connected. So this was one mean. Let us all search for the second mean by staying connected in the level 2 program. Nishchita Mataji is said that Buddha is an avatar of Vishnu. Then why Buddhism came into existence? He can do the same thing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spreading Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So as I told Mataji, every yuga has its own energy. So if you see in Treta Yuga, it was Ramachandra. In one Treta Yuga, it was Ramachandra. In other Treta Yuga, it was like Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar. In each Yuga, it is each Avatar. So this Yuga, it is not Buddha. This Yuga, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why all of us are blessed with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So which Yuga? See, as I told in Treta Yuga, the most prominent thing is sacrifices. But in Kali Yuga, it is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this cycle, it is not Buddha cycle or Govinda's cycle. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's cycle all of us are in. Yes, all this Buddhism or Buddha or Govinda, all of them in one cycle, in one Treta or in one Kali Yuga, they were all, the main prominent deities of that Yuga. But for this Yuga, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pardini Maji, yes Maji, we can have more sessions. We all missed your wonderful sessions and beautiful face with energetic vibe, which fills more devotion and heart. Thank you so much. We will for sure have Vinala Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for the sessions. Are life changing. I've learned many valuable things by you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Shivani Maji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Vardini Maji, can we hope very soon have more sessions like this? Maji, fortunate to have our guider, Maji. Thank you so much. Yes, we will not stop. We will all grow and we will all reach Krishna together. Okay? We will continue with sessions. Sakshi Maji, yes, Maji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Sheila Maji. Maji, if we have pets and keep our house clean, is that also comes under cleanliness? If we have pets, then we have to learn to keep it much more cleaner. We have to make it much more cleaner. It's very, very important. We should be very cautious because pets leave their lot of hairs behind the floor. So we should be very cautious when we are cooking, cutting vegetables. We should be very cautious if all those, hair is going to fall on the floor, and we should be very cautious. So you have to maintain much more cleanliness than regular houses when we have our pets in the house. Akina Maji, can we go to temple in menstrual time? Yeah, in scriptures there is nowhere it is not recommended that you're not supposed to go. As I told, you can go, but do not touch any paraphernalia of the Lord. Do not go closer to the Lord. From a very far away, you have to stay and take the darshan of the Lord. So, in spite, I do encourage. In spite, see, as if we are going all 365 days to the temple, we are in no. But in during our menstruation period, if there is something a grand festival, then we can go try taking the darshan of the Lord. But do it is from far away, not touching anybody, not touching the paraphernalia. We should be very careful. Viju Mataji, our prayers works. The Supreme just now saw this news. Court supported tree cutting in HCU forest and asked the Telangana Chief Secretary to explain the urgency. Superb. Very nice. Krishna looks at everything. That doesn't mean Krishna is come in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he'll keep quiet. He will still keep seeing all the dharma and adharma that are happening in Kali Yuga. And he's still trying to protect all of us, showing us one single path. Array, all of you are doing so much adharma. Please open your eyes. The Lord will, try. But all of us are in so much illusion that we will not even realize that it is adharma. We will not realize that it's even its mistake. Like how right now the whichever government is doing it right now. They are in that illusion. Priyanka Maji once has offered me prasadam from Vrindavan, but since my friend has already taken one laddu, I did not take the prasadam. I told I'll share it with my friend. Is that I made a sin? No, no, no. If you get prasadam, if you reject that prasadam, it's going to be a sin. But if you have told, I will eat it, I will share it with other person, it is not a sin. So it is not a sin or something. When we get prasadam, we should be very blessed that we got this prasadam. So we should be very thankful and take the prasadam with the right hand, never take the prasadam with left hand. There is a great pastime like one king forgetting, he takes Jagannath Prasadam with left hand. He cuts off his left hand. I will tell you in the future classes all these pastimes. But yeah, when you have taken the Prasadam and had it, that is important. How you got it is not important. How you had, did you eat that Prasadam or no is very important. Thank you, Maji, for your valuable time in our wonderful sessions. Thank you, Vardhani Mataji. Yeah, now any other questions, girls?
Mataji, one funny question.
Yes,
So,
Vijay.
ఇప్పుడు గాడ్ వాళ్ళ ప్లానెట్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు నిజంగా ఫుడ్ తింటారా? ఐ మీన్ లైక్ వాళ్ళు కుక్ చేసి నిజంగా ఫుడ్ తింటారా? ఐ మీన్ ఇన్ రియల్ లైఫ్ మనం ప్రసాదం పెడతాం, బట్ గాడ్ ఫుడ్ తినాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుందా?
God, who is God? Krishna, who is emanating from everything from him. He is Satchitananda Vigraha. He is not like our body. Our body, it has time to sleep, it has time to get up, it has time to eat, it has time to walk, it has time to work. Our body is a normal material body which is made of elements, but the Lord's body is made of Satchitananda Vigraha. So it is not that we have to offer it to him. But yes, the Lord accepts whatever we do with love. In other planets, maybe there is kitchen. Yes, there is kitchen. Not maybe. There is kitchen. They cook, they do eat. Did I answer your question, Viju Mataji?
అంటే వాళ్ళు అక్కడ కుక్ చేసి గాడ్ కూడా వాళ్ళ వైఫ్ వాళ్ళందరితో కూర్చొని ఫుడ్ తింటారు.
Yeah, that is how it is come. Yeah, Brahmadevudu elagaite he wanted children to get married, their children, their grandson. How it happened? Today's world is also walking like that, isn't it? My father will want me to get married, have grandchildren, children. So how Brahmadev wanted kids to get married, every parent wanted to. The same way how Brahmadev is eating, everybody want to. How Brahmadev is doing everything. That is how the creation is come down, Haribol. So now if you see Brahma Kumaras formed Grihastha how? So now when you go to Kailash also, Shiva Parvati, both of them are there. So if we take it in a very nice way, yes, every loka there is a kitchen. Actually, it is told in one loka. There's a pastime that I was telling, how Prasadam came and Cheppi. That actually has a very, very nice pastime. As a Prasadam importance ఏంటని చాలా మంచి pastime ఉంది Haripol. I want to share this very badly, but I will share this in level 2. Okay, until then I want Vijay Mataji to wait.
Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Like how beautiful pastime it is, ante now I will make you exciting and leave, girls. How many of you will find out this pastime and see? I'll just give you a little hint of that pastime and leave. Okay, it is that Lord Tini, that the Lord is eaten and he has left a little bit of remnants where Narada, Shiva, Parvati will fight. And how will they fight? I will not tell that pastime. Actually, they will not fight. Parvati will be very upset with Lord Shiva. And that is how Prasadam comes to this earth. Until then, it was only grains. That is how Prasadam comes. That is how offering any system అనేది world లోకి వచ్చింది. That pastime, how many of you, I don't know, how many of you know, and how many of you will be excited to know, and how many of you will try to know by tomorrow. I'll see. Now, which mood of, we will try to know or wait for it, we will see. Okay? Shilaya Mataji, thank you so much, Maji. You're so sweet, answering and clarifying all the questions so fast. Even it is getting late for you, you're waiting to give the answers to all the questions. So sweet of you, Maji. We are blessed to have you. Krishna sent you to give guidance and get progress in Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Shilaya Mataji. The more my stomach, even if I'm hungry, the more questions you ask, I become more happy. Because one thing at the end of the day, when I'm going back on my bed and when I close my eyes, I tell you girls, this past 18 days, then I'm closing my eyes. Before it is secondary how it was. This past 18 days when I'm going on my bed, I only remember the conversations that I had with you, you know. Now, Viju Mataji asked me this question. I go to bed, I sleep, and I keep thinking about this question. And I'll be laughing out, into myself. So this beautiful 18 days is like a blessing for me also. I'm also able to read Bhagavad Gita so that I will teach you properly. I'm able to hear Bhagavad Gita. I'm able to talk Bhagavad Gita. You all have given a chance to purify myself also, girls. Because of all of you, I am also getting purified by chanting his name, by hearing his name, by reading his name. I am also getting purified. So I should be thankful for all of you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, Mataji, I heard this past time. So, Lakshmi Mataji, it is secret between me and you. Okay, anybody messages, you also don't reveal this past time. Okay, we will keep as a secret between both of us. We will reveal it later to them. Let us see how much anxiety they will have, how much, they will wait for this answer. And how many of you will remember and ask me this question again also, I will say. Okay.
I'll definitely ask Mataji every day. I used to think about this. అందరూ ఇలా కూర్చొని తింటారా, కుక్ చేసుకుంటారా?
So for sure you ask me, I will answer. But this is secret between Lakshmi Mataji and me. Viju Mataji, if you call me personally, I will answer. Okay. Yes, Lakshmi Mataji, you wanted to tell something?
Yes, Mataji, I will keep it secret.
Yeah, keep it secret very carefully. But you call, but for sure I will tell you. Tomorrow, if we have time, towards the end of the session, I will tell you. I will not make all of you wait too much. Okay. Any other questions, girls? Or can we close the session? Can we close? You all don't want to tell that we will close, or you all are just keeping you muted and sitting?
We just want to listen like this, Mataji.
So sweet of all of you. But we will all meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock and start. Again, we will listen to the final chapter of the Lord. Shulemaji wanted to tell something?
No, Mataji, we just want to continue the sessions, that's it.
We will continue for sure. But we have so many material duties, but we should be thankful to Krishna. Being so many things, Krishna has given us time and intelligence to utilize this evening time for ourselves and connection for us in Krishna. So every day we will make it a habit. Until tomorrow, it is 18 days session. You all have utilized in hearing to the Lord. Maybe until we start off this second level, you utilize this 1 hour in chanting for the Lord. Chant. I think you can complete 8 rounds if you chant 1 hour. 2 hours you can complete 16 rounds. The best. So you can utilize this time in chanting or reading or again hearing some pastimes of the Lord. So try making an habit that you don't break this habit. My only request, take it in habit. Every day make it an habit to utilize this time. And my habit, it is also the same, girls. It is not today's habit. My habit is there from past 5 years. Like I started taking classes from past 5 years. So every day 8 o'clock I will be there in the class, taking some or the other class. It might be Gita, Sandesh, other class, other class. So it might be if there is no class, I utilize that 1 hour in reading or hearing or anything. So we should make sure that we all are utilizing this period, and this discipline should come, girls. So this time, the discipline is very, very important for our spiritual progress. So if we are having a right discipline, our spiritual progress will go fast. So this time, suddenly 8 o'clock, there is no class today. Let me rest a while. In spite of making ourselves into tamoguna, in spite of making ourselves as ignorance, we can still sit. Okay, this 1 hour I am not giving class, but I can learn something new so that in future when I'm giving class, I can add this pastime for them. That mood, the mood of Sattva Guna, the Shuddha Sattva is very, very important. Okay. Thank you so much, girls. We will all meet tomorrow. I'm so happy for your active participation. May Lord bless all of us with His prema, that all of us are under His shelter always. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Good night, girls. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Good night.
Good night.
Mataji, I have doubt.
Haha, Nishita Mataji.
ఇప్పుడు 16 రౌండ్స్ చేస్తే గొంతు నొప్పి లేవదా మాతాజీ?
Devadu Haribul. That is Amrita Haribul. We are giving Amrita. ఇప్పుడు నేను 2 hours మాట్లాడాను. Almost 8 o'clock. It is going to be 10. Do you think my throat is paining? And
Yes.
Amrita, we are giving to our, this thing. Initially, what we have to do, because we are all in this material body, manaki sometimes throat dry అయిపోవచ్చు. So what you can do, keep sipping a little bit of water in that 2 hours. Keep sipping water, and sometimes for a minute you can give break. See, we have different vocal cords. Not everybody carry the same vocal cord, isn't it? My vocal cord is different, your vocal cord is different. For me, if I talk to 5 hours straight also, my throat doesn't pain. For people, like for 1 hour or 10 minutes also, their throat might pain. So we are created different by this material body, by the elements of this material world. So you can, initially it might be a little bit difficult, initially it might little pain. So what you can do, you can keep sipping water, or if you're having more pain, you can just keep quiet for 1 minute, not chanting, and again continue chanting. After a while of time, you will not even think, oh, you completed 16 rounds. You will feel, I completed of 16 rounds, I'm not having pain. So initially it might be like that, but slowly it will go. And because I'm telling chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly, that doesn't mean chant beyond your vocal strength. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. At least this tone is sufficient. So we should be mindful of even our throat, because we cannot harm it. If you harm it, it is very difficult for us in future to, chant or talk the glories of the Lord. So yes, initially కొంచెం pain ఉండొచ్చు Nishita Mataji, because our strengths are only so much. But according to gradually you make it a habit, it will not pain very good.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Good night, girls. See you all tomorrow.